Hey guys, Zach Rebele here again with Reb Baseball. Today we're going to go over the fundamentals of fielding, the positioning that you have to get into to be the most successful every single time. So let's get into it. Okay, so first off we're going to go over positioning with our feet. We want our left foot just barely in front of our right foot. Typically our right foot is going to be in the instep of our left foot here, okay? So what that does is, one, it allows us to get out front and reach for the ball, and it sets us up for our target to first base, okay? So it's very important that when we get into our fielding position, we make sure we get into this position at some point. A lot of times we go from working on their positioning with their feet and then moving kids back to fielding the ground ball, and they never actually get back to this position that we just worked on. So this is very important that we take our time to teach this. A great way is just to get them in the position with their left foot a little bit in front of their right. You want your butt down, hands out front. As you can see, my head is up. If my butt comes up, my head drops, okay? So I need my butt down, my head's up a little bit, my left foot is in front of my right, that way I'm ready to throw to my target. You get across from a partner and just roll the ball back and forth. Catch, roll, catch, roll. Notice how far out front my hands are. I don't want to get them in here because then I don't have the space to maneuver. My knees are getting in the way. I want to be out front so I can move wherever this ball is so I can react to it, okay? So again, left foot in front of my right, butt down, as low as you can get, hands out front, okay? As you can see, I can keep my head up and my butt down. As soon as it pops up, my reach for a short hop here will be taken away. Now I can't reach as far, so that ball becomes a medium hop, which is what we're trying to get away from. We want to catch pretty much every ball on a short hop or a long hop. The medium hop is pretty difficult, okay? So that's just the fundamentals in the fielding position you have to get into at some point on a normal ground ball. It's a small, very finite amount of time, but it's the most important because this is right when you're catching the baseball and being as consistent as possible. If you can't get into this position consistently while moving towards your target, then you won't be as consistent as you need to be. So then we go to rounding the baseball, okay? So if the ball's hit straight at my glove here and I'm playing behind, we're gonna take one slight step to our right. There's two different reasons we do that. One is to get our momentum going towards our target, first base. Number two is to get off to the side of the ball so we can read the hops and how fast the ball is coming. The analogy I usually give is if you're standing in front of a car and it's driving right at you, it's hard to tell how fast that car is actually moving, your depth perception and how much space it's picking up and how quickly it's doing that. If you step off to the side of a car, all of a sudden it looks like it's going pretty fast. That's because you're actually reading the actual distance that the car's moving. When it's coming at you, you can't tell as well. So essentially we're doing the same thing on a ground ball. We want to get barely off to the side, so now I can read the hops. I can decide which hop I want to get because now I can tell how hard it's hit. I can tell how many hops it's going to take, and then we're going to play through that ball just like we just worked on, okay? So I see a lot of kids get in trouble where they try to do something like this or they go way out here to go back around. It's a slight movement because every step that you take is wasting time while the runner is running down the first baseline, okay? So you don't have as much time as you think to mess around back here as you move up the ladder. There's guys that are flying down the line, okay? So a normal 3-hop ground ball, it's barely off to my right. I do my prep step, barely off to my right, step through, left foot in front, catch, and get ready to throw, okay? So it should be pretty simple movements, and as long as you get into this position here, and your butt down and your hands out, you should be pretty successful. Now the last thing I will tell you, as you move through this baseball and round it, and you get into your positioning with your left foot barely in front of your right, butt down, hands out, you want to catch this ball barely off your left side. Because by the time you're moving towards your target, you're actually going to catch and be in the middle of your body. If you're catching it in the middle as you're moving around the ball, and you catch it in the middle, you're actually going to funnel off to your right. And that's where we lose balls. If it takes a bad hop, I can't handle it. Here, if it takes a bad hop, I still have my hands to help me. This way, I start getting away from the ball. It makes it more difficult to catch those bad hops. Your transfers take longer instead of transferring right in the middle of your body and being ready to throw. So everything I talked about today is just to be as efficient as possible. So as you move up the ladder, you don't feel like the game is speeding up on you as much as everybody else. You're already as efficient as you can be with your feet. You play through the ball, catch, nice easy throw to our target, okay? So that's just a quick video of the fundamentals, the positioning that we need to be in, and why we do some of the things we do. I'm gonna have more videos on defense. I really appreciate you guys listening. I really enjoy trying to give you all the knowledge that I've learned. There's so much more to go over, and I'll continue to put those out there throughout the years. Thanks, guys. Hope you have a great day.